Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. We continue our tour of the NFL NFC North. First place team, Detroit Lions. The Lions made the NFC Championship game last season. Not only that, they re-signed, St. Brown gets an extension. Jared Goff's looking good at quarterback. Best offensive line in the league. Also, two great running backs in Montgomery and the youngster as well. They're loaded. The only place that they might have a few issues, Laporta at tight end, by the way, is probably one of the top 5 tight ends in the league. And this is only his second season. Areas that they struggle, defense. And they drafted heavily on the defensive side, especially in the secondary, to get some help there. The other area is outside receiver. St. Brown, more of a slot guy. So guys like Josh Reynolds, shit like that, can't be dropping balls, especially when your coach is going for it on fourth downs. That game was, they should have been in the Super Bowl last year. Let's be honest. Had that big lead going to the second half, a couple of fourth down calls. Not saying Campbell was wrong, but you got to admire the fact that the huevos on Mr. Campbell in order to get that thing done. Now, if they would have kicked a field goal or something here or there, maybe that thing turns out different. Maybe it doesn't. But one thing you can say is the Lions are loaded, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs, I forgot his name there. We were talking running backs with Montgomery. And that offensive line makes everything go. The one thing that Jared Goff does struggle with is the O-line struggles. Goff's a pocket passer. He does not have the ability really to get outside the pocket and make anything happen. He has to have a pretty much clean pocket to get stuff done. We expect a lot of the same what we saw last year for this year, except maybe better defense. We'll see. I don't know if the defense is going to be that much better, but I don't think it really can be that much worse. Aiden Hutchinson needs to get his ass, get some more sacks as well. They could use more pressure. That always makes your secondary look better as well. So let's get started taking a look at some Lions plays for you for the season. So right now, win total for them at 10.5. Packers were at 9.5. We went through that yesterday. We think the Packers should go well over. It was one of the best values we found on the board. But let's take a look at this Lions schedule and see what we can come up with. Rams at home. Should be a win at home. Tampa Bay at home. Should be a win at home. Going to Arizona. Arizona's not that good. Kyler Murray's a joke. All these people that think Arizona's going to be something this year, I really want to check what the hell they're smoking. But it is what it is. Right? At Arizona, win. Seattle at home on Monday night. Win. Then a bye week in week 5. This is probably where they get jacked the most, is that early bye. Not as profitable. At Dallas, we'll chalk it as a loss. At Minnesota, they're probably going to split these games, so let's just say questionable. Tennessee at home, win. There's 5. At Green Bay, probably a loss. At Houston, questionable. Jacksonville at home, that's a win, 6. At Indy, they should win that game, especially indoors, 7. Chicago at home, 8. Green Bay at home, questionable. Buffalo at home, will go questionable. At Chicago, questionable. At San Francisco, probably not on a Monday night. Minnesota at home, that's a win. So if we look at their total, we've got LA, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Seattle. Front 4, they should be 4-0 after the first 4 weeks heading into the bye. Right? At Dallas is a tough one. Tennessee's 5. Right? Jacksonville 6, Indianapolis 7, Chicago at home 8, Green Bay at home. They're probably going to win one of those 2, so we'll give them the win there. There's 9. Buffalo's a stretch. Chicago's probably a split on the road, so probably not a win there. Not a win at San Fran. Minnesota at home's 10. So with the line being 10.5, that's going to be tight. In fact, on this one, we'll stay away from this one. I still think the Lions are going to win this division, and they'll probably win it with 11 games and the Packers come in at 10, or they win it with 12 games and the Packers come in at 11. But we do expect them to win this division. They have Green Bay, I think, has the better defense. They've got the better offense. Now, let's go take a look at Detroit Lions to make the playoffs. Minus 250. I think even though it's minus 250, it's still an excellent bet. It's not too bad a juice. This is a team that should make it to the NFC Championship game again. So we do like the Lions to make the playoffs. Now, let's go take a look at the divisions. You get to the Lions. They're only plus 140 to win the division. We went over yesterday when we went through the Packers. They were plus 200. Probably worth a little bit of a sprinkle on the Packers. At plus 140 with the chances of injury always occurring in the NFL, we will stay away. It's not enough value there in order for us to take that down. Now, let's take a look at Super Bowl. Lions to make to win the Super Bowl, plus 1,200. Not enough there. That's only double what the Chiefs are, and the Chiefs have done it 3 out of the last 4. How the hell can we play that? We can't. At plus 1,200. That thing needs to be plus 1,500, 1,600 for us to play. And to be really honest, I don't know if we're going to get that, especially early. They should go 4-0 those first 4 games of the season before they hit that bye week in Game 5. Now, let's go to what we're looking for as well, as we're looking for stat. We need some stats. We need some player specials, right? We need some players, right? All right, let's start with passing yards. Jared Goff led the league in passing last season. To be really honest, we expect a lot of passing yards and a lot of running yards, period, out of this Lions team. They have one of the best offenses. Currently, 4,050 yards for Jared Goff. Now, he will have to stay healthy in order to get this. He has been healthy and available most of his career. 4,000 yards for him, though, with this offense, I think is highly obtainable. Give us Jared Goff over 4,050 passing yards. We will take that one there. Let's go to passing touchdowns. We're looking for Mr. Goff one more time. Of course, God forbid they put this thing in alphabetical order or something. Jared Goff over 25.5 passing touchdowns. He should get close to 30. I think we got room on this one at 25.5. Give us the over for Jared Goff passing touchdowns. Receiving yards. Of course, we got 9,000 different receivers to get through. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1,250 receiving yards. I think he's got an excellent chance at 1,500 if he only plays 15 games, which he has missed a couple of games each of these seasons. So do not expect him to play a full 17. But give us over 15 or 1,250 receiving yards. Man, we crushed him for a long time when it was 1,000. Now it's up to 1,250. But we still like the over there. It is going to be a sweat to the end of the season. Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdowns over 8.5. We like that one as well. He has been in years past 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. They finally raised it again. It is plus money. I think he can get to double-digit touchdowns. There's a lot of people on this Detroit offense that are going to get TDs. Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. But you got to look, most of the time, though, if it goes to one of the receivers, it's going to St. Brown down there, even though he is one of the, not the tallest guy out there. But St. Brown does get open in the end zone. We like St. Brown over the 8.5 touchdowns as well. Now, let's go to the rushing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, over 900 rushing yards. I think Jahmyr's going to see a little bit more of a role this season compared to Montgomery. Last year, they sledgehammered Montgomery for a lot of it. Gibbs comes in, might get 10 carries a game. I think you might see his carries go up to 15, along with a few balls in the air. David Montgomery maybe only can rush in the ball 10, 11, 12 times a game, especially when they need short yardage. Give us Jahmyr Gibbs over 900 rushing yards. And rushing TDs. Let's take a look here. Jahmyr Gibbs, over 7.5. We are going to stay away from that, as I think he will catch some balls for the end zone as well. I think touchdowns rushing-wise, he ends up around 7 or 8. That's right at the number in our opinion. No value there. So we will stay away from Jahmyr Gibbs when it comes to rushing TDs. Now, we get to Aiden Hutchinson. on the defensive side. Over 11.25 sacks. The deal with Aiden is this. He'll get 3 sacks in a game, then go quiet for 3 games. I think he has the capability to get into 15-plus sacks with this team. He's the best pass rusher on the team, and it's not even close. And he's probably the best defensive player, as they for some reason don't allow him to rush the passer on every down. He's playing coverage occasionally. 11.25 though, when a guy I think has the capability of getting 15-plus, we do like that. He will need to stay healthy and play a majority, play 15-plus games. But we do like Aiden Hutchinson's over 11.25 sacks. So let's go through all of these bets that we've got going on. Aiden Hutchinson over 11.5 sacks. Jahmyr Gibbs over 900 rushing yards. We're going to stay away from the Gibbs TDs, as I think it's right on the number. St. Brown over 1,250 receiving yards, over 8.5 touchdowns. Also, Jared Goff over... We're going to have to go back and look at that. I know it was over 4,000 here. My apologies on that one. Jared Goff over 4,050 receiving yards and over 26.5 touchdowns for Goff. Had a monster year last year, led the league, everything. He was fantastic. Now we get to the win totals at 10.5. We are going to stay away from that. We think that's about 10, 11, 12, kind of where they fall. And they could win as many as 12, 13 games. They could win 9 or 10. Schedule is a lot tougher than that Green Bay schedule. That's for damn sure. So we'll stay away from the win total. We do like them to make the playoffs. Minus 250, I understand, is very juicy, but still a lot of value there. You get some other teams that are minus 400 or 500 to make it. Minus 250, the only way they don't make the playoffs is if Goff goes down with injury for multiple weeks. Otherwise, this should be a breeze to the playoffs, whether it's winning the division or a wild card berth. Also, we looked at to win the division at plus 140. Not enough value there for us to bet it, even though we think they're going to win the division. And Super Bowl win plus 1,200. Still not enough value. We need to be probably 1,600 or so for us to play that one. So maybe late in the season, if they go on a little bit of a losing streak, we might look back at that one to take that one live. All right, so we just went through a ton of bets. How do you get to check those out? You can do so in multiple spots online. TikTok, YouTube, channel pages, as well. At the end of every episode on YouTube, there will be a link, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link. Go to football 24-25. Scroll down till you get to the season long bets or season prop bets before. You'll be able to see all the bets that we got there. As well, check back on the video for all the bets that we just went through on the Lions. Next one, you want to make, you like the content that we're putting out here for football, baseball, and everything else? Make sure you follow us or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on. We'll show up in your follower subscription tab when we drop new episodes of bets like this. Currently, with baseball going on, you're getting about 2 a day as we go through football, all the football teams as well. So make sure you check that out when you get some time. Do you want you want some promo bonus bets? We got a ton of those from my partners to you, available online. Same 3 spots, TikTok and YouTube channel pages, as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. You can find those as well. It's bit.ly/sportsbetsforfree-BH. Click on that link there, and you will see all the available offers that we have for your area. So make sure you check that out when you get a minute as well. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.